Well, good morning. I know it's a little later than normal for coffee chat, and it is just me today, but got the guys off on their journey up north this morning. I've been up since 3. I don't know, I've just been waking up every morning at like 3, and sometimes I can't get back to sleep, sometimes I can, and I knew when I woke up this morning and my brain started working that it was time to just go ahead and get up and get some stuff done. So needless to say, the guys are going up with a huge cooler full of food prepared for the road, because there's nothing I hate worse than nickel and diming to death at truck stops and gas stations for food and snacks and beverages. So they should be good to go for the journey up north, and made them really nice big breakfast so their bellies were full. So just wanted to set them off on the right foot this morning. And after they left, of course, you know, clean up and all that. And then I spent some time cleaning out the computer. If you get my drift, you know when things start slowing down. So we have 2 external hard drives, and one is massive amounts of external storage. So we used kind of the little more portable one for the day-to-day stuff. And then about once a month, I'll go through and move over all of the big stuff. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Probably don't want to hear about any of that stuff. So we're set to be getting rain pretty darn near every day. So for me, I'm going to try to get done what I can today in the garden. I spent a good majority of yesterday getting everything squared away, getting the tubs filled, hauled, 20 plus 40 pound bags by myself, getting the garden ready to roll. Think I got a good handle on where things are going to go, at least for now, trial and error. That's a good thing with the tubs is, you know, with those lick tubs, I can move them anywhere. So if they're not working in a place they're at, I can just pick them up and move them. So kind of happy about that. And so today I'm hoping to get the rest of seeds planted. That I went really early and I'm going really late, but definitely want to get watermelon in. I've got those tubs set. I'm utilizing the inside of the foundation. And as far as all the excess plants, because I have a lot, I am going to utilize all of my older pots and everything that's kind of like can handle it root structure wise. And I'm going to put a little garden over here, probably over more by the foundation where it's going to get more sun. And that's going to be my chicken garden. I can hear the waterfall. That's so cool. Must mean we had a lot of rain, but which we did. Oh, anyway. All right, squirrel moment. So, what was I talking about? Chicken garden. Yeah. So a lot of people have said, you know, well, why don't you sell the extras? And I may. I have the vast majority of extras are the tomatoes. Every kind of tomato. So I may sell some of those, but so is everyone else. And we didn't make it to the farmer's market last week. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I might have. I may or may not take off and go see Tilted K tomorrow. It'd be really super cool to do it, but I was kind of hoping that, you know, when we first did actually do a face-to-face, you know, I'd have Jason and stuff. So, and we may not. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. There's a lot of stuff going on that we'd actually looked at doing for this weekend that I may do, or maybe I'll just hunker down and, I don't know, YouTube binge all day. That's always fun too. And I haven't done that in a long time. So may do that. I also wanted to get a little bit done inside the tiny house. I don't know if that's going to happen. We were not able to beat the rain yesterday to go get drywall. Jason did get most of the majority of the wiring and plumbing. I'll be getting that video edited and that'll get pumped out. So make sure you bump on over to the White Rock Homestead and check out that video for the plumbing. And so I think, sorry. So for today, it's just going to be a gardening day and getting that going. I did pick up, yesterday I picked up a big tub at the Goodwill store for like $2.99, and it's the same size I think as the one I already have. And so I've got 2 tubs now of the second batches of potatoes I'm gonna do. And then Denise over at It's All Grady gave me some sweet potato starts, so I'm gonna get those planted, as well as some beautiful worm compost. So I'm gonna hopefully get some compost to me with that. So if you're interested at all in any kind of worm castings, hit me up. I'll hook you up with Denise, and then she'll get you hooked up. So they've got a great little establishment going on over there. But so it is just going to be me for the rest of the weekend. And got my pistol. I'm going to be wearing that when I'm on the property, just because I don't like snakes and strangers. So but really excited to get some things done. Oh, I'd started working on the tiny house. I do want to work on the cabinets. I got 3 different cabinet styles, so I have to make them all cohesive, but yet still bring out that old European stuff design that I want. So we're going to work on that. But this is supposed to be coffee chat, right? So we can talk about anything we want, right? Because I mean, I know it's late and it is pot number 2 for me, but I'm still drinking coffee, so I should be able to talk about anything, right? Okay, we'll go with it. So, one of the big questions I know is pressing on everybody's brain is Jason as wonderful as he seems on camera? And I'm here to tell you he is. It's pretty darn amazing, honestly. I hit the jackpot, lottery, Mega Million. I hit it all when I married that man. Patient, kind, loving. We don't fight. It's so easy. He's probably one of the best people I've ever met in my life. He's that awesome. I had a really rough summer last summer. Spent damn near a month in the hospital. Almost didn't make it, and not something that I share with a lot of people, but there's learning and growth that can be made from that, I suppose. But for me, my learning and growth was realizing how much that man loved me, because he never left my side through it all. And he was my advocate when I was in the hospital, when I didn't have a voice for myself, whether too weak or too out of it from medications or whatever. But countless surgeries, and honestly I was trying to count them the other day, and I can't remember. Well, I guess it would depend like what you call major surgeries too, because how many times you get put under versus how many. Anyway, I know that I have 5 under my belt from in just a real short amount of time, tubes sticking out everywhere. Yeah, it was a real rough time, but he was my advocate. And that man, Scuttlebutt talked about, the sleeping in the hotel room on that little bed, with Gladys. And yeah, Jason did that for a month. That man was my rock. No lie there. So, and even in being a caregiver and a nurse, that was really rough for me, because I'm the one that takes care of people. I'm the one that is the advocate for the person's well-being. That's me. Any of you that are nurses or a caregiver, you know how difficult it can be to actually have to have someone take care of you. And I'm going to talk about swallowing some pride. That was really rough. He had to do everything for me. Shower me, bathe me, even sometimes feed me. So, well, okay, I had tubes for that, but when the time came. And through that, like, I couldn't love that man more. I would do anything for that man. And I did that before too. You know, I mean, he's been the light of my life for a long time. And, you know, there's been some chitter chatter on, you know, the reels or TikToks or whatever about, you know, I guess apparently there's a battle back and forth between traditional women and, you know, women's lib or whatever. And so you've got this group of people that are starting to, these group of women that are starting to embrace the traditional aspect of being a woman. And, you know, they're staying at home, they're taking care of their husbands and, you know, cooking and cleaning and, you know, doing all those things. And then of course you have those that are like, oh, it's 2023 and la da 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 da. Well, I've always been, and probably always will be. I mean, I can build stuff with the best of them, and I mean, shoot, I had a CDO. I mean, I'll do anything, but I prefer to do it at the right hand of my husband. So, do I serve him first? Yep, I sure do. Do I make sure that I cook and I give him something to cherish? And for me, that is what's in my heart. So I guess you would call me one of those traditional women. Always have been. But what's wrong with that? You know, I mean, yeah, we fought for equal rights, but are we really truly equal? Because you know what? If he takes the trash out, I'm good with that. You know, if he wants to go chop wood, I'll sit and watch because he's my lumber snack. You know, there's just traditional gender roles that I'm happy to not do. Because you know what? I was single for almost a decade and I did it. And I'd do it in a heartbeat again if I had to. But point being, when you're a team, you're a team. But does it have to be 50-50, or are there different interpretations of that? I love that my husband is the head of our household. I love that my husband guides and leads, and he does it by example. And he's worthy of that, and he's worthy of that respect, because not only is he super duper amazing, he's a good leader. And you know, if that makes me a traditional woman to admit that or say that, I'm proud of it. I'll gladly be a traditional woman, and I'll bake and I'll cook and I'll sew and I'll crochet and I'll do all those things that I enjoy doing, and it's okay to do. So wives, you know, I mean, if you're watching this and, you know, you're not sure, just try it out. You know, honor your husband for a hot minute and see if it changes the dynamic. You know, be that helpmate and be that comfort. You know, and then it's something that, you know, I've always felt real strongly about. But, and I say but, in the same aspect, the man should be worthy, and he should not take it for granted either. So with that being said, and I'm trying not to go the biblical route here, but I'm going to have to just a hot little bit. You know, when God said to be subordinate, wives, be subordinate to your husbands. If you continue to read and you don't just put up your defense mechanisms with that statement, if you continue to read, he is also commanding the husbands to be worthy of that, and is trying to instill responsibility into the husbands, that if your wife screws up, it's on you, bud. Because if you're not doing what you need to do to be the head of your household, to lead by example, then that's on you. That's completely on you. And so read all of it. Don't just read what benefits you. Read all of it. And I think you'll find that you have a lot more responsibility than just getting your bacon served up on a platter to you, or at least expecting it. So, you know, I am grateful and I am so thankful to have such an amazing husband. I can only hope that our daughters find such an amazing man as what I have found. He truly is 100% authentic, whether it's on camera, in person, from day one that I met that man to today. Has never wavered, still the same. So, wow, that coffee chat went a little deep, huh? I guess I'm really missing him. I am. I like being apart. It's rough. When you know, yeah. It was difficult when I was in Tennessee for a couple weeks, and it's going to be difficult right now until they get back. So, but I'll do what has to be done. And, you know, I'm watching the chickens just tear apart that compost pile, and it's looking good. Super, super excited about that. So I'm going to finish pot number 2 of my coffee. And as long as it's not terribly cold, it's a really crappy kind of day, honestly, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna play in the garden, or garden cubs. I better get started on something today. So I am probably just gonna go throw this up on YouTube, get it done today for the coffee chat with chickens, and come back out and start working, getting some plants planted. Wait, I didn't finish the thought. I had a squirrel moment, didn't I? Well, until next time, guys. Peace out.